Imagine, for just one moment, that you could remember the day you were born, the bright lights, the unfamiliar voices, your very first breath, your mother's face. Now ask yourself, can you actually remember any of it? Probably not. What about your first birthday? Your first steps? Your first words? Nothing. It's as if the first few years of your life never happened. But here's the strange part. You were there. Your eyes saw the world. Your ears heard every sound. Your brain was constantly learning. So, where did all those memories go? Did your brain delete them? Are they still hidden somewhere inside your mind? Or were they never stored in the first place? Today, we're going to solve one of the greatest mysteries of the human brain. Why don't we remember being babies? Think about your oldest memory. Maybe it's your first day of school, a birthday party, playing with a favorite toy, or falling and hurting yourself. For most people, their earliest memory happens somewhere between the ages of 3 and 4. Everything before that feels like a black hole, and that's incredibly strange, because during those first years, your brain is working harder than it ever will again. A baby learns how to recognize faces, understand language, walk, laugh, express emotions, recognize danger, even understand relationships. In just a few years, a newborn transforms into a child capable of speaking, running, and solving simple problems. It's one of the fastest periods of learning in your entire life. So if babies are learning so much, why can't we remember any of it? Scientists even have a name for this mystery: infantile amnesia. It doesn't mean babies can't learn. It simply means adults usually can't remember experiences from the earliest years of life. But why? Many people believe babies don't form memories. That sounds reasonable, but it's wrong. Babies absolutely remember things. In fact, only a few months after birth, babies can already recognize familiar faces. They know the sound of their parents' voices. They can learn routines, they remember where their favorite toy is, and they quickly notice when something changes. Researchers have shown that babies can remember events for days, sometimes even weeks, depending on their age. So babies clearly have memory. The real mystery isn't whether babies can remember, it's why those memories almost never survive into adulthood. Imagine writing hundreds of pages in a notebook, only to discover that every page slowly fades away over the next few years. That's surprisingly close to what seems to happen inside the developing brain. But before we understand why memories disappear, we first need to understand how memories are created, because your brain isn't a camera, it's something much more complicated. Many people imagine memories as videos stored inside the brain, as if your brain simply presses record. But that's not how memory works. Every experience you have, seeing a face, hearing a song, smelling fresh bread, watching the rain, is transformed into tiny electrical signals. Billions of neurons communicate with one another. New connections begin forming. Some become stronger, others disappear. Your brain constantly decides what's important, what should be kept, and what should be forgotten. In fact, forgetting isn't a flaw. It's one of the brain's greatest strengths. Imagine remembering every single detail of every day you've ever lived, every leaf you've seen, every face in a crowd, every conversation, every sound. Your brain would become overwhelmed. Instead, it filters information, keeping only what seems useful, and that filtering system is one reason your earliest years become so difficult to remember. But another reason is even more surprising. During infancy, the part of your brain responsible for forming long-term memories is still under construction. Deep inside your brain, there's a small structure called the hippocampus. Think of it as your memory librarian. Its job is to organize experiences and help store them as lasting memories. The hippocampus is essential for remembering where you went yesterday, what you ate for breakfast, or who you met last week. But when you're a baby, this system isn't fully mature. It's still developing at an incredible speed. New brain cells are constantly being created. New connections appear every day. It's like building a massive library, while people are already trying to borrow books. Some memories get stored, others become difficult to find later. Scientists believe this rapid brain development may accidentally overwrite or reorganize early memories. In other words, your earliest experiences may not be completely gone. They may simply be locked away behind a brain that has completely rebuilt itself. And that raises an incredible question: if those memories still exist somewhere, could you ever get them back?